Radio SVH rīta šovs. Tik.
Tavu pozitīvo emociju kāpinātājs.
Nu tas, Allaž, ir milzīgs prieks, ja pie mums Latvijā viesojās kāds pasaules līmeņa mākslinieks, lai arī mūsu vietējos mūziķus mācītu, dalītos savās zināšanās un mūsu augstošos, teiksim, jauniešus, kas vēlās mūzikā augt un piepildīt savus sapņus, pamācīt. Un šodien pie mums ciemos ir kāds pasaules līmeņa mūziķis, kas šodien Jāzepa Vītola Latvijas Mūzikas akadēmijā sniegs lekciju, Garets Džonss. Good morning!
Good morning.
Bet pirms mēs sākam sarunu ar Garetu, es gribētu pieminēt arī Ģirta Ozoliņu, kas ir uzņēmuma Ģirts Ozoliņš dibinātājs, pareizi izrunāju.
Sints. Jā, sintesātori daudz skaitlī.
Labrīt, Ģirt.
Čau.
Un tu esi tas, teiksim, pamats iemesls, kāpēc Garets šodien pie mums viesojas, vai ne? Un vispār, kāpēc viņš ir uzaicināts Latvijā. Tad tur visam kājas aug tieši tavā vēlmē.
Mūsu filozofijā aug kājas, jo mēs ražojam sintezātors un eksportējam tos, bet man šķiet svarīgi ir arī dalīties zināšanās un dalīties, tā kā, veidot elektroniskās mūzikas kultūru un veidot cilvēkus, kas ir kompetenti elektroniskajā mūzikā, un tāpēc, jā, mēs aicinām mūsu draugus, zināms cilvēkus šeit dalīties zināšanās, un Garets ir viens no tiem.
Nu jā, viņam ir bijusi ilgstoša sadarbība ar Depeche, kas arī komentārus neprasa.
Yeah, sorry about this, a bit of Latvian language.
It's all good.
For you. This conversation is going to be sort of 50-50 because we anyway will translate to our folks, to our listeners, but we are super happy to welcome you to Riga, Latvia. I understand this is your first time here.
It's my first visit, yeah, and I'm delighted to be here. Ģirts invited me, and I'm a huge fan of his wonderful company, Erika Synths.
Yeah, is that how you both got in touch and got to know each other through the synths?
Through the Eurorack modular community, yeah. It's a really important community, and we're all friends and colleagues, and we support each other, and that's how we met.
All right. Jā, es uzreiz ķēros versim pie ragiem un gribēju saprast to jūsu savstarpējo pazīšanos, protams, kā tad jūs satikāties. Un es saprotu, ka šajā te nozarē jūs tur diezgan draudzīgi runājaties viens ar otru.
Jā, es vienmēr saku, ka mums ir draudzīgie konkurenti. Un, should I speak English or...
As you wish. Sure, yeah.
The question was, how did we meet? Bet īsumā, jā, man viens... Cits draudzīgais konkurents, viņu organizēja Janam Tīrsenam, kur viņš dzīvo uz tādas salas pie Britona, Francijā. Viņš organizēja festivālu, un Garets ar savu Sunroof grupu spēlēja tajā festivālā, un es arī biju uzaicināts spēlēt festivālā. Un mēs...
Oh, yeah, we met at Jan's.
Yes.
And that was the first ever Sunroof gig.
Yes, exactly.
The first one we ever did.
And you did not have clock sync.
No, we did not. It all went badly wrong, but it was a lot of fun.
Jāsaka, Garets ļoti labi ir iemācījies latviešu valodu, jo viņš pēc Ģirta stāstītā atpazina to reizi, ka tiešām viņi tikās un esot bijis ļoti jautri.
Which word was it that gave it away? Was it festivals?
Jan Tīrsen, yeah.
All right. Got it. So there's going to be a chance for folks here to attend your lecture. And let's talk about this lecture today. What is it that you are going to offer to us? Because people still look at you with miracle in their eyes, right? You're a big name in the music industry.
Well, I don't know if I'm a big name, but I've been lucky enough to work with some fantastic musicians. So what I'm doing this afternoon is I'm taking a digital copy of some old multi-track tapes, and I'm talking about how we put it together and memories of ways of working in an old style. Obviously everyone works in digital now, but a lot of producers are interested in working in analog, and this is how we worked in the 80s, and that's what I'm going to talk about.
Ļoti interesanti, Garets stāsta, ka šodien jauniešiem, tad, kā jau minēja Jāzepa Vītola Latvijas Mūzikas akadēmijā, stāstīs par tādu senatnīgāku veidu mūsdienās, kad viss tiek radīts digitāli. Daudz producenti jaunie tomēr interesējas par to, kā tā mūzika tapa tajos 80. 90. kad visas sistēmas bija analogas.
Why do you think it is so that a lot of producers would like to work in analog way now?
A lot of it's nostalgia, I think. Brian Eno famously said, anyone who raves about working on tape has never actually done it. So, but it was state of the art at the time, and it's a beautiful way to work. There's lots of time to think. There's lots of you're forced to make decisions and make commitment, which in a digital world you can always undo, as we all know, forever.
God, yes.
Of course, in when you work on tape, it's a very different vibe. So so these are old Depeche Mode multi-tracks, and I found a way for myself to make it interesting because I present it in quadraphonic, in an immersive sound format with 4 speakers, 1 in each corner, which is a super nice way, a new way of hearing the music, and it makes it very interesting for me.
Yeah, for a lot of people my age, for example, to live without an undo button or without the chance to load something you previously saved, that takes a totally different work ethic, right? The approach to the responsibility.
But of course, it's hugely inspiring as well. It's a bigger responsibility, but when you're forced to make a commitment as an artist or as a person in life, it's very often a really good thing.
It is.
Rather than, flip-flop, shall I do this, shall I do that, shall I do that? It's, so it brings limitations bring a lot in art. When you're limited, then it's very often, for me, very, very helpful.
Cik interesanti izklausās, bet ļoti daudz tehniskas informācijas.
Jā, restīvi runājam par to, kāpēc tad vēl joprojām producentiem ir interesi par to analogo veidu, un tu droši lec iekšā un palīdz, bet ideja sekojoši, ka tas ir ierobežojoši savā ziņā, bet arī ļoti iedvesmojoši. Tev ir jāuzņemās atbildība, jāpieņem lēmumi, tu domā, tur vairs nebūs tāda undo podziņa, un tu nevarēsi atskriet atpakaļ. Tev ir, jāspēlē.
Can I just add, that's one of the things that I love about the analog Eurorack modular world that we both inhabit and enjoy, because that's also about commitment. A lot of the equipment, you can't save the work, you have to record it. So for me, that's been musically very powerful, because I'm forced to commit to a sound or a riff or a melody or a beat, because once I pull all the wires out, it's gone. So there's a modern approach to no undo button either.
Jā, ka tu ieraksti mūziku, nevis saglabāji, Ģirt, kaut kas?
Jā, es arī gribēju teikt, ka šis te hypes par analogo pasauli arī ir, savukārt korelē ar, kas notiek sintezātoru industrijā, jo pēkšņi vecie analogie sintezātori ir milzīgās cenās. Teiksim, bungmašīna var nopirkt par 10 000, kur kādreiz met ārā burtiski uz stūriem. Un tagad arī ļoti daudz ražotāji ražo jaunus analogos sintezātorus, un tas kaut kā rāda, ka cilvēkiem gribās autentiskas vērtības kaut kādas mūzikas industrijā.
Yeah, one could draw a comparison with photography. Listening to you, I feel a lot common with photography. Like now we have in our pockets phones with so capable cameras, and there's a lot of digital cameras, and most of the photographers shoot digital, but again, so many are going back to film photography now, or buying these old soap camera machines, right? You have it with you.
Jā, Kaspars salīdzina ar fotogrāfiju arī. Pie digitālās fotogrāfijas ļoti daudz atgriežas tomēr arī pie vecā labā ziepju trauka, un tieši tajā brīdī Garets paceļ savu fotoaparātu ar filmiņu.
I spoke to a professor of photography a year ago about this, and about analog and digital. Obviously, I work a lot digital. It's an awesome way to work. Of course, we all do. But he said the difference between the students he works with who work analog and work digital is that analog people are always finished first.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because they haven't got 20,000 pictures to sort through.
Exactly. Jā, salīdzinājumu šeit mēs ar fotogrāfiju arī uztaustījām un atradām, ka, lai arī kabatās mums ļoti spējīgas kameras šobrīd un arī digitālā fotogrāfija uz urā iet, un, protams, daudz bildē digitāli, bet arī tikpat daudz ļoti aizraujas ar filmu fotogrāfiju, un šobrīd Garets mūs bildē, ak Dievs, kā.
Ar veco labo filmiņas fotoaparātu.
Some people sometimes say that, in the old days music was so much better, and what is it that we are creating now, and so on. Do you feel feel the same way, that the music today is sort of, I don't know, I wouldn't want to use such big words as a bit empty, soul-wise, most of the music.
No, I don't feel no.
You don't feel that?
No, because I'm making music now, and I wasn't making music a long time ago, so I think it's awesome.
Jautājums par to, vai Garetam nešķiet, ka mūsdienās mūzika ir kļuvusi tāda bezdvēseliskāka nekā agrāk to taisīt daudz sirsnīgāk un piepildītāk. Tad Garets atbild, nē, tāpēc, ka viņš taisa mūziku tagad, un mūzika viņam nešķiet šobrīd bezdvēseliskāka.
What a professional. What a professional. Have you noticed how curious are people when you travel around and talk with folks? And for example, today you will give a lecture and then there's going to be a Q&A and so on. How does that change throughout your life? Do we get more curious or less curious? Do we ask? Are we afraid to ask questions sometimes and so on?
I think people are afraid to give offence now.
Oh yes.
More. I don't know if people are still. We've always asked questions. Maybe we should be happy to ask difficult questions. We need to ask difficult questions, I think, so we can move forward with our life. For me, the Q&A, when I do a little workshop or a lecture, it's one of the easiest parts because you find out what people want to hear.
Yes.
There's no preparation required. You can just talk in response to a question. It's a wonderful way to communicate.
Interesanti jautājums par atbilžu, un jautājumu un atbilžu sesiju, tad viņš atbild, ka Garets atbild, ka jā, ļoti patīkami ir saņemt jautājumus, bet cilvēki baidās uzdot sarežģītus jautājumus, uz ko viņš gan mudina vairāk sliekties, un tieši tāda jautājumu atbilžu sesija palīdz vieglāk tikt uz pareizā ceļa tādā lekcijā.
Ģirt, šodien tu būsi klāt arī. Protams.
Jā, es noteikti latviešu valodā pateikšu dažus ievadvārdus par to, cik Garets ir foršs cilvēks.
Slideshow nebūs kaut kādi uz diapozitīvi, netiks parādīti no iepazīšanās ballītes analogā versijā.
Presentācija Garets.
I asked if he's going to attend the lecture today, and of course he will, because he's going to say in Latvian a couple of nice words about you.
Thank you.
As introduction.
Thank you.
Bet vai tur visi jau pieteikšanās noslēgusies šodien 4, kas tur ir tiek, vai tur vēl kāds var pievienoties pēdējā brīdī, kā tur ir ar to?
Jā, mums bija pieteikšanās iepriekš izsludināta mūzikas akadēmijas puses, lai mēs zinātu, cik daudz cilvēkiem ir interesi un kāda telpa ir jāizvēlās. Bet mums meistarklase notiks lielajā zālē, tā kā pieteikušies ir daudz, un es esmu ļoti priecīgs arī, ka mūzikas akadēmija ar jaunu spāru iesaistās tā kā arī mūsdienu mūzikas apguvē un apguves veicināšanā. Ja, tā kā, jā, paldies mūzikas akadēmijai, tad 4 lielajā zālē mums būs meistarklase. Joprojām var iekļūt, ja būs ļoti pa daudz cilvēku, tad noteikti kāds pateiks, ka piedodiet.
Jā, jūs nebaidīsieties to sarežģīto lietu pateikt.
Jā.
Ļoti labi.
Domāju, digitalizēt arī šo lekciju?
Nē, nebija tāda.
Tā būs analogā.
Jā, tas būs unikālā pieredze.
Lieliski.
Un lūkojoties nākotnē, ir plāns, ko šādu darīt regulārāk?
Jā, mēs jau darām, vienkārši mēs to nedaram varbūt tik skaļi kā radiostacijā, bet jā.
Nē, bet arī nākamreiz atnāciet pastāstiet noteikti, lai mēs zinām par to, kas Latvijā notiek, jo šis diezgan spēcīgi iezīmē kaut kādas tādas jaunas un patīkamas vēsmas.
Pavisam noteikti. To conclude, would you like to talk a bit about Sunroof?
I'd love to talk about Sunroof.
Because we will now listen to it.
Thank you very much. It's my electronic music improvisation project with my dear friend Daniel Miller, who's the head of Mute Records. And we have just finished our 3rd album, which is released in a month. It's called Electronic Music Improvisations Volume 3. Please listen to it. And the 2nd single was out yesterday. And I'm hoping we can enjoy Ensnare, which was the first release from this project.
For sure. It's really improvised?
It's all improvised. Not only is the music improvised, but the patch is improvised. We turn up with instruments that don't make any sound, and we create the sound and the patch in the session. That's very important to us to do it like that because it keeps it fresh and helps us finish.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's important.
And I need to add that Sunroof, it's a 100% modular setup. So they use modular synths exclusively, and that makes it even more challenging for musicians,
And more fun.
and more fun, absolutely.
Therefore, even more special to us than listening to it. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for dropping by. Please enjoy Riga, Latvia, and let's make it the thing that maybe it can happen once in a while. Right?
Thank you so much.
Paldies.
Paldies.
Jā,
Jā, nu Sunroof ir Garets Džonss, tāds savs projekts.
Sunroof, jā, Daniels
Sunroof.
Millers, Ģirts Ozoliņš, un viņiem pēc mēneša iznāk 3. albums, un tur viņi improvizējot daudzās un ierakstās, un tagad mēs to pabaudīsim.
Jā. Paldies jums!
Jā, Ģirts Ozoliņš bija ciemos, Erika Sins un Garets Džonss. Thank you so much.
Producents un
Jā.
skaņotājs. Paldies!